Howdy Cowboys Nation. The Dallas Cowboys are about to enter their biggest crossroads in years. Are Mike McCarthy's days numbered? And is Deion Primetime Sanders the right name to revolutionize the team? What's more, if Dak Prescott is indeed traded as many rumors suggest, who will take on the burden of leading this squad full of uncertainty? Shedeur Sanders could actually pass him and become bigger than Dak. Of that we have no doubt. With the future of the team in the hands of Jerry Jones, are we looking at an epic rebirth or a disaster foretold? Now, tell me, do you trust what's to come, or has the fear of another lost season struck? Alright y'all, let's talk Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys ain't exactly been living up to that star on their helmets lately. Huh? Sure, we've seen flashes of greatness, but the folks in Dallas don't settle for flashes. We want the whole darn fireworks show. With a lineup that's got Dak Prescott slinging passes, CeeDee Lamb snagging them, and Micah Parsons terrorizing offenses, you'd think we'd be stacking Super Bowl trophies by now. Instead, we're stuck wondering if old Jerry Jones is about ready to flip the script. And let's be real, Jerry's never been one to twiddle his thumbs when things ain't looking right. Now, here's where it gets juicy, folks. Deion Primetime Sanders has been causing a ruckus over at Colorado, transforming that team faster than a tumbleweed in a Texas windstorm. And y'all know Deion's got history with the Cowboys. He brought the swagger to Dallas back in the day. Rumor has it Jerry's been having some friendly chats with Prime, sparking all kinds of speculation. Could Sanders bring that same magic to Dallas? He sure has the charisma to get a locker room fired up. And let's not forget this man knows how to win. Now, before we start picturing Deion wearing a headset on the sidelines, Troy Aikman's got a point we can't ignore. See, being a head coach in Dallas ain't all bright lights and glory. Jerry Jones calls the shots, and let's just say he doesn't like to share the spotlight. For someone like Sanders, who's used to running his own show, that might be a tough pill to swallow. Aikman's been there, seen it all, and he knows how things work, or don't work, under Jerry's thumb. Could Prime Time be the one to finally balance the scales? Here's the deal, Cowboys Nation. Change might be on the horizon, and it's got everyone from diehard fans to casual Sunday watchers talking. Whether Jerry's looking to shake things up with a big name like Deion or keep riding with McCarthy, one thing's for sure. We're all hungry for a team that doesn't just talk about winning but backs it up with rings. If Deion Sanders really does step into the Cowboys spotlight, will he be the spark this team needs to finally bring a Lombardi trophy back to Dallas? Y'all, let's take a moment to recognize why coaching in Dallas is a dream gig for most folks in football. For starters, you've got Dak Prescott at quarterback. Say what you want about him, but the man's got the tools to lead a team deep into the playoffs. Pair him up with the electrifying CeeDee Lamb on offense and the relentless Micah Parsons on defense, and you've got the kind of talent other teams can only wish for. The Cowboys aren't just a team, they're a roster stacked with potential. All they need is a head coach who knows how to harness it. Now here's the catch, and it's a big one. Jerry Jones ain't just sitting back in a luxury box. He's the owner, the face, and sometimes even the one calling the shots on decisions most teams would leave to the head coach. For someone like Deion Sanders, who's used to running his own show, that's going to be a tough nut to crack. But hey, maybe Sanders' charisma and star power could convince Jerry to take a step back. It's a long shot, sure, but if anyone can charm Jerry into loosening the reins, it's prime-time Deion Sanders. He ain't your average coach, y'all. He's a motivator, a life coach, and a brand all wrapped into one. Players respect him because he's lived it, both the highs and the lows. He brings a fire to the locker room that's contagious, and that's the kind of spark the Cowboys need to hit the next level. Imagine Deion prowling the sidelines in a sharp suit, leading Dallas with that signature confidence. Cowboys fans, wouldn't that be a sight to see? Now let's get real deep into why Deion might just be the perfect fit. This man doesn't just coach, he builds cultures. At Jackson State, he turned a program around, not just on the field but off it. His ability to attract top-tier talent and inspire players to perform beyond their potential is unmatched. The Cowboys aren't just looking for a coach. They need a leader, someone who can weather the storm of NFL pressure while bringing out the best in the squad. And let's not forget, Deion's got ties to Texas. He knows the culture, the expectations, and the pride of wearing that star on your helmet. Cowboys Nation is hungry for a Super Bowl, and maybe, just maybe, Deion is the guy to deliver it. Now hold on, y'all. Just 'cause Deion Sanders might step into the Dallas Cowboys' big boots doesn't mean it's going to be a walk in the park. Sure, Coach Prime has charisma and talent in spades, but this ain't college football no more. The NFL's a whole new rodeo. And let's not forget, Dallas ain't just any NFL team. It's a pressure cooker like no other. Deion's known for shaping young players, mentoring them into stars. But would he find the same fire in his belly working with seasoned vets? That's the million-dollar question. Y'all know this, Dallas Cowboys ain't just a football team. They're practically a Texas-sized empire. And being their head coach? It's like taking the reins of the Wild West. Every play, every decision, every press conference gets magnified tenfold. Deion's never shied away from the limelight, but Dallas ain't your everyday stage. It's a whole new level of scrutiny. Could he keep that swagger intact under such intense pressure? Then there's the elephant in the locker room, Dak Prescott. Folks across the NFL are murmuring about whether he's the man to lead Dallas back to Super Bowl glory. Rumors are flying faster than tumbleweeds in a windstorm, with whispers about a potential trade to teams like the Titans. If Dak's days in Dallas are numbered, it could shake the very foundation of this team. Would a quarterback shuffle make the job more appealing or less so for Sanders? But let me tell you, there's something downright Texan about taking on a challenge this big. Deion Sanders is a man who thrives on energy, and the Cowboys franchise is brimming with potential just waiting to be unleashed. He could bring fresh leadership, reignite the spark in the team, and give fans the kind of football that's got them hollering on Sunday afternoons. It ain't just about wins. It's about building a legacy and giving Dallas its rightful place atop the NFL mountain. Well, folks, picture this. Deion Sanders strolling into the Cowboys locker room, cowboy hat tipped just so, ready to shake things up as head coach. Ain't that something? The man's got the swagger, the smarts, and a history with this team that just screams legend. But here's the kicker. How's that going to play out with Jerry Jones sitting high up in his big ol' owner's chair? Two huge personalities like that. It's either going to be Texas barbecue magic or a full-on rodeo meltdown. Now, before we saddle up too fast, let's not forget the big OL elephant in the room, Dak Prescott. Is he still the man to lead this team, or should Dallas be looking for a shiny new QB to take the reins? Deion's potential leadership might just light a fire under this squad, but does that fire burn hot enough to bring home a championship? Y'all know Cowboys fans have been waiting on that 5th Super Bowl ring longer than a tumbleweed rolls across the prairie. Here's where it gets real juicy. Imagine Sanders' charisma paired with this squad's raw talent. Micah Parsons terrorizing offenses, Trayvon Diggs snatching passes out of the sky, and CeeDee Lamb dancing through defenses. Could Deion mold this crew into the next dynasty? Or does this sound like just another one of Jerry's big, bold ideas that fizzles out like a Texas drizzle? And let's not skip over the NFL drama. A move like this would send shockwaves through American football, putting the Cowboys front and center of every headline, from Dallas Cowboys news today to every corner of the NFL. But will it bring wins, or just more gossip for the morning news? All right, Cowboys Nation, here's the million-dollar question. If Deion Sanders takes the reins, is he the hero to lead us to glory? Or the next chapter in Dallas's wild, unpredictable story? How's he going to handle the heat, the pressure, and Jerry Jones? And what about Dak? Will they stick with him? Or is it time for a new sheriff in town? Let us know your take. Drop a comment. And don't forget to subscribe for more Dallas Cowboys latest news. Now tell me, y'all, are we riding into a championship sunset or heading for another Texas-sized heartbreak?